Howdy.
Hey, what's going on?
Not too much, man.
Hey, what's up? Long time.
Yeah, no kidding.
Hey. It's crazy. You guys look different, but it's the same at the same time. What up, Tim? Can't hear him. Fuck. It says Tim Slash. Like those lights, Nick.
You know, everybody was just giving me shit for that.
Why?
Because we just tried to call on Facebook, so I was on my other laptop, and so I had a different angle, and so I don't know. I felt like basically it was really dark, so you couldn't really see me. So I kind of switched around so I can stand over where there's a little bit more light, stuff like that.
Dude, it was like you were in trouble and you were sitting.
Like the police lights or something.
No, it was just really dark and grainy, like I was like being serial killer murdered or something.
Oh wow.
What's been going on, man?
Nothing much. Same stuff, man. How are you?
Pretty good, man. You look like you're like a podcaster or something. You know?
Amateur, super amateur. Amateur podcast.
You got like a nice setup and shit. I'm out here smoking cigarettes,
Seriously?
chilling.
Hey, oh hey, what up, Hillary? What up?
Hey.
You know, I had this sticker for years that Hillary made. It said the hooker spit.
Oh yeah.
She
Was it
drew
the
it?
lady one?
Yes. I had it for years on my refrigerator, but it was like a mini fridge, and I sold the fridge.
I had that on my old bass case, I think. I don't have it on this guitar case over here.
It was an awesome,
It probably
awesome
is.
sticker.
It's probably in the fucking bander.
I think,
Oh,
yeah,
God.
that thing's so beat up though.
Funk, what up?
What up? Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
Does that sound okay? I don't use this headset at all.
it sounds good.
Yeah, you're all right.
This
Does
is
it sound
crazy.
good or all right?
This is not how I imagined
You
You
the
never
choose.
sound good, dude. That's
reunion.
True. True story.
You think the stickers that offend people now?
Wow, this is tiny. Hold on. What up, old people?
Oh.
Who's talking?
I know. Yeah, I know. I'm not
Shit,
excluding
I'm
myself.
40, man. I'm 40 years old. It's all downhill.
You're like 2 months older than me. Oh, it's Lily.
Hi.
Joey says hi. They're all waving at you. She saw you with her eyes.
Yeah, so this is just like a weird
Hillary's
thing.
there too. Didn't say hi to her. Her sleeve is clearly there.
All right, boys, out of the way. Me and Hillary have to talk. Everyone get out of the way.
Yeah, guys, sorry.
Damn. Yeah, so me and Alex did one of these a year ago. It's been a year.
No, it hasn't.
It's been a year. That's when you sent me that message, remember? That's why we started. That's what this reunion came about. We
When
were
I was like, don't get
we
Nick
should-
or Tim, and you did. Bullshit.
you're like, we should do another one. And I go, we should see if we can get a hooker spit reunion.
It's been
You're
a
like-
year?
been a
I
year.
didn't think it was that long.
Yeah,
Wow.
time goes by, man.
Oof, that
Yeah.
sucks. Yeah.
I probably haven't talked to Alex in 2 years, probably. Since
Yeah.
the last time you guys came down, we got Mexican food or whatever.
I know. Yeah. It's been a minute.
Last time I talked to you, Tim, we were playing Destiny 1.
Shit. What, like
When was that?
2014 or something
Yeah,
like
when
that?
was that? Yeah, I don't know what year that was.
It was probably 2014, 2015, something
Yeah, I
like that.
remember you gave me the beta. You had pre-ordered it, and you're like, I have like beta codes, and you gave it to me. I didn't even know what it was until you.
Yeah, and I've
Trash.
only put like over 1,000 hours in that game and like 800 hours into Destiny 2.
Oh my God.
Mhm.
I was saying earlier, it's probably been about what? At least 10 years since we all talked together, if not more.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. That was crazy to me.
Even
Does-
Nick, man, Nick. Shit.
All right, bye.
I was in Bakersfield when last I talked to him. That was like 11 years ago. I've been out here 11 years.
Yeah, I've definitely not been in Bakersfield for a while.
Where are you now?
Yeah.
Or two. I'm in LA now.
Oh, cool. What part of LA?
Down in Culver City. I
Oh,
work
wow.
over at
Didn't
UC
make
LA,
it.
so just nearby there.
And you, 2 out of 4 of us are in bands.
Well, I don't know. So I guess we've technically got a band, but we don't really practice. We haven't really done
We
anything.
haven't practiced or
so-
done anything in like 2 years.
So we're either on extreme hiatus or we don't actually have a band right now. I'm not really
Hooker
sure.
Spit is still on hiatus, by the way. I just
Fair
want to
enough.
say.
I've still been practicing stuff. So I've been playing in a band, playing bass for a while, and like just recently I was supposed to go to Europe until COVID screwed things again, but I was supposed to be playing drums for a band to do that. So I've been actually keeping up with stuff and things. So yeah, it's on you for that reunion thing.
So you guys are in a band together?
No.
You, Nick and Tim?
Well, occasionally.
It's been like 2.5 years since we've really done anything, like even practiced. I think at least
We did one practice, I think, to break like it was after a year or two, like something like that or whatever. Like it hit a milestone. We did one thing and then we just didn't do anything after that again.
It seemed like when we started practicing again, COVID happened, and then we just kind of dropped.
Yeah, that was one of the things. Yeah.
What is it? Is it a new? What's the name of the band? Is it Hooker Spit or is it something else?
No, that was Back Alley Confession.
Back Alley Confession.
So that was a different project that kind of spawned from some of that stuff a little bit, but it was just a 3-piece.
You can find us on YouTube.
Okay, definitely check that out.
It's just a couple shitty live performances.
I that sucks so bad. Like I wish also for Back Alley Confession, but I also wish we had and no offense to your mom, Nick. I wish we had better video of our bands, but because the only people who recorded us were like your parents, and that's awesome. That's so good, but like it's
That-
like,
I'm
man, I wish we
so
would have thought
glad.
of it more.
I'm
just
so
to have
glad she
it.
did though. I'm so glad she did because I show my son that all the time and he freaks out. He doesn't believe it's me. I mean, he doesn't even know what's going on really right now. But
It's so cool. I wish we would have just tried a little harder. Yeah, and it's great. There's a record at all. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I like
just found
seeing that shit. And does anyone else, if you ever look at that stuff, do you get annoyed that a band called Hooker Spit Windex pops up?
Yes. Yes.
They're pretty good, though.
I don't look.
They're not as good as we
I go,
were.
it's not us. And I keep going. Keep going.
They're pretty good.
Are they? I see them all the time.
I would have
Yeah.
probably seen them at a show and probably been pretty happy with that. It would have been okay.
They literally took your name to that Windex.
That's so funny you said that. I forgot about that.
Fuck those
Actually, I
guys.
think the last time that me and you talked, Joey, was when what was it, PT? Like you were sending me messages on the PlayStation about that game PT.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
remember that?
You still have it?
Pff, no, I don't have it downloaded anymore. You
Dude,
can't have it.
I think
I
Yeah.
have it on my PlayStation. It's worth money now. I'm gonna try to sell it. People want that shit. I remember the last show I did with you guys, and I was talking to Alex about this, and I hope someone can clear this up or maybe like remember it better than I do. It was this. It was like on the east side. It was like the craziest place. I've never seen a place like that. It was like a
It
little.
was called what? It's on Brundage.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's
It's
on
like-
Brundage and P. I
It's
can't
like an
remember what it's called.
apartment
E&J.
that was converted into
I
a
had
bar.
never heard of that place until that show. I
It
didn't
got
know that
closed
existed.
down shortly after that too.
Really?
Yeah. It's,
I drive by it. They still have the
That's
same
kinda
like
cool.
graffitied name
Do
on
they?
it and everything.
Nice.
So-
Oh, nuts.
I remember like after or before we were gonna play, going outside and smoking with you, Tim. And because I would only smoke with you. I mean, when we would practice or whatever, because I never really smoked other than that.
I'm a bad influence.
It's all good, man. But I
You're a
remember
piece
we were
of
out,
shit,
and it
Tim.
was like this little like courtyard, like a courtyard of like an apartment complex, it was like that bar was like an apartment that was converted into a bar. Because we were outside and people were like doing their laundry and shit. They were
It was
really,
weird.
like, living their lives. We're like
Yeah.
in the middle of us, like fucking like apartment complex. Like this
It was
ghetto.
cool.
It was,
Yeah.
it was very unique place to
And
go.
of course, it's in the part of town where like the most murders happen. and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was really, really like I never ever thought I'd see a place like that.
That was like a goal of mine being younger, was to try to find all of the bars in Bakersfield, honestly. And like that was like I never even saw that one ever. I didn't know that shit existed.
Yeah,
That was a
yeah.
cool,
I didn't know
it
it
was kind of
existed.
interesting show.
It was
Yeah.
so crazy. And then I remember we went to Arcadia and we played a show in Arcadia. And I remember we were like so pumped about playing this Misfits cover, and this band before us played it.
Yes.
You guys are like, we're not playing that song anymore.
I think they played it better than we did.
I think Tim was just pissed that they played it. He was like, no, we're not playing that song. I'm like, come on, let's play it.
You're gonna double it up.
Should have. Yeah. Fuck them. Fuck the crowd.
There
Never
was so
see
many
you again.
places we played. I remember we played at this, like it was like a Christian place. I remember a lot of Christian bands played there.
The Gate?
The Gate. That was it. Fuck, dude, I forgot all these.
The
these
boiler
names.
room at the gate.
The Boiler Room. Yeah, those are some of the biggest crowds, I think, honestly. We're like at the Gate, probably for other bands.
Yeah, was that the Boiler Room? I thought that was like a different thing. It's like they opened up that like other thing a while back, right? So like
I considered it the same thing for a while when it was, there was the boiler room and then they moved the gate, whatever, down the street or whatever it was.
So it was just the extension of the Boiler Room, but in the new place, I guess.
Yeah, because wasn't the gate was where the Boiler Room was, but not in the exact same spot, right? Wasn't like it was like a different, like I remember they tried to do like a coffee thing or something. And I feel like because the gate originally was bigger, and that was like one of the first shows I ever saw was actually that wasn't at the fair or something, was at the gate, and it was the Mad Caddies and fucking Minto Buru back when they were kind of like an old boomer band before I saw them like way later at a bar once, and they were fucking good. But the first time I saw them, I was just, they were just sucked. Anyway, yeah, and it was at the gate, and it was like kind of like a gym almost. It was like a bigger.
It was the old YMCA place, so it was the old gymnasium in there.
That's right. Yeah, and we saw Bowling for Soup. Mad Caddies headlined. No, Mad Caddies didn't even headline. It was fucking Minto Buru. And Mad Caddies killed it. They were really good. And it was like me and Plowman, Eric.
I was down there. I was
wanna
smoking
say-
weed behind the building, not
Okay.
inside the building.
I want to say one of you guys was there. Yeah, it was probably you then. My
Dude, look at this giant. Look at this giant.
Whoa. What's up?
hi. I know she doesn't know who we are at all, or doesn't know me. Shit, or Joey.
She knows Nick.
Nick looks like, dude, Nick, you look like you hacked in from like a fucking Red Room or something. You
So,
look-
like, I don't keep normal lights. I'm just a weirdo like that. And so like I've just got it's just a bunch of different multicolored lights. Like I can't turn them into normal lights, but I just didn't really care to. So I just kind of
normal lights. You mean
instead brought myself closer to a light source and kind of let the computer do the rest of the work at this
Okay.
point.
That's
I
insane.
am the movie hacker you imagine.
You look like, yeah,
Do you
Jigsaw.
think he's gonna hold up like a ransom sign, like fucking...
No,
Yeah.
dude. Cracking bank accounts, getting into the DOD, doing the stuff.
Yeah.
And
Real
Marco
screen.
Hazard.
We want $1 million or your husband shall die.
Green light is like coming straight from behind you.
Yeah, yeah, it's the shittiest stream I've ever seen, dude. It's really bad. That's so funny. Why do you have a green light in the background?
Because I've got all sorts of shit. Okay, so like
You went shopping at the
3D
Halloween store.
printer there, right?
Uh,
TV and some other lights over there, right? It's like the other one by the door.
why do you have so many lights and it looks so bad?
Because they're all low power, right? And there's a bunch of different ones over there, right? And even one over here, I got a blue one, right? I got all these fucking different. Oh, I think like under the bed, I've got like a string.
How high are you right now?
Oh, ooh, not high enough.
Okay.
Good answer.
Okay. Good man.
That's another thing when we would play. I remember Nick would always be like, "You should get high." Like before we'd play, he would like want me to get high when I played, because I came from a band before you guys where they didn't like when I got high and played. So I was just so used to like not getting high.
What do you want to do? Have fun? Oh, that's horrible.
And
Fuck
I
that.
get so nervous, especially with you guys. You guys are like older than me.
We're like,
5 years older than
you're
me.
gonna learn how to play these songs good while drunk as shit. That's like that was our.
No, you're right.
And you
I'm
guys
gonna
are
have
like,
fun
"You're
in
not
the show. I might as
you're-
well play in that intoxicated state.
We thought, yeah, like that. I think that worked pretty much too.
See the higher
As well to me
get,
to this
the
day.
less notes that matter.
Yeah, you don't care, or you don't notice it, or it works. It was one
Or
of
at
those
least
two.
get all the important ones.
Yeah,
I would get super paranoid before the first song, and then once the first song was done, I was good.
Same, yeah, same.
yeah. I never did. It was so funny because I never. It's been a minute since I've even smoked anything, and being at that house all the time. It was all the time. I was just like, man.
Yeah, you would never smoke. I remember that.
I went for the worst choice, which was like the fucking Pabst or whatever the fuck we'd get.
We always had beer. Always had beer.
Or whatever kind of
Natural
liquor was in the
light.
cabinet.
Yeah. Liquor. I didn't get liquor.
Oh, come on. Dave and Teresa had liquor.
I never had it. You had it? I didn't have it. Oh no, I take that back. Take that back. Because your dad would have the fucking Canadian Mist in the freezer.
Yeah. Still often does.
Good man. Yeah. I forgot about that.
I remember the main note you guys would give me was play faster.
Yep. We're like, your timing is great. You're pretty solid. Just please play faster.
Yeah, you did the things that you were supposed to do. That was great. You just need to do them faster now.
Right.
Which
And I was
wasn't
like, "Fuck."
anything on you at all. Yeah.
Shit,
was
we, had
just-
we had another Joey after you, and he was terrible. He could not keep a beat.
Oh,
at
His
all.
name was Joey.
We got a second Joey, dude.
Fuck. You guys did that on purpose? Like, fuck, he's got to be good. His name's Joey.
I think we just missed you.
No, that was just circumstance, but oh man, no,
Yeah.
we definitely had a favorite.
So what
You know,
happened?
the problem,
Yeah.
my biggest problem is like he was kind of weird to hang out with. Like I was like, I don't really want to hang out with the guy, and I got to see him like once a week, and he constantly he'll get it right and be like, that was perfect, and the next time we play the song, he's doing something completely different. I'm like, come on, man, like just stick with
Yeah.
it, keep the rhythm.
You guys
Yeah.
boot him out?
It
Yep.
was amazing how much he would like swing from doing it right to not doing it, and then just not get it whenever you would tell him like what was going on too.
Yep.
And yeah, there was like a whole bunch of like social awkwardness on top of that, and then like later on Facebook, it turned out he was like fucking huge into some politics shit that I was like, so I was constantly like,
Oh, wow.
and shit like that. And so he's like one of the very few people that I've had to like silence on there because like I don't know, dude. Like there's no changing that guy, I think, or whatever. He's too thick-headed about it, and I can't just keep yelling at him because I feel like I'm yelling at an idiot.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And yeah, like we didn't have like really like he wasn't like a problem or anything as in practice as far as like getting to know him and stuff. And yeah, I think
he's a little bit weird here and there, but that wasn't
Yeah.
the big thing. The big thing was that he really couldn't, like, he was not at all consistent. Like I think we ended up playing a couple of shows or whatever, and those kind of went okay, but every now and then it was just
that guy had ADD.
yeah, something going on. Yeah.
Oh my god.
He
It's funny,
fucking
like,
did.
I
We
completely
played
forgot about that song too.
right. Yeah.
Dude.
Oh well, you know what?
Have you
Fucking-
heard the tabs that I so I sent that to
they're
yeah.
tight.
I'm actually impressed with how good that holds up now, all of that stuff.
That was a great song. I love that song. I loved Cockroaches. That was like my song to start. That's why I love that song so
You
much.
know
I
what?
would start
I'll
it.
be right back.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we're right. Started.
I'm
I'd be
literally
so
going like
happy.
3 feet away, but you said Cockroaches, and that was a cool ass song. And yeah, Nick's got these tabs that are fucking like. That's probably why I remembered ADD as quick as I did. But
I thought
yeah.
maybe him mentioning cockroaches reminded you that you had a bunch of them under your sink or something. You're just
I
like,
gotta
"Oh,
go.
right
I'm
back.
covered in
I gotta kill these
cockroaches."
things."
I gotta go get my cat. Hold on, I gotta save my cat.
Alcohol and Judgment. I think of that song often. often,
Yeah,
especially when I'm drinking. Like that song is just, oh my God. I think of it in my head and I can remember the chorus. Like, but the thing that I regret the most is not knowing or not learning the lyrics to the songs, because I have them in my head and I just
some
don't
of them
know.
I wrote down.
Like I
Some
have
of
like the
them in those
rhythms.
tabs, it actually has it like the bouncing ball style.
I miss those. It's like songs like I can never hear because I don't know where to fucking listen to them at.
Yeah. Yeah. If you haven't seen that whole list of stuff or whatever, I should get that to you, dude.
That'd be great.
What
I would
happened to
love that.
what songs did we actually record like really well? I know there was only like
I think
5
there
or
were only
6.
like 5. So it was like some demo that we did, right? So there was,
I think Political Wolves.
yeah, it was like Political Wolves and Darkness.
Darkness. Not.
Yeah. There
Fuck.
were 5 of them though. You're right, and I've got them somewhere on my hard drive or whatever. I could probably
You
find them
sent
on
me
there.
like in
The
2011.
ones who never spill.
Maybe.
In 2011, 2012, you sent me like the instrumentals, like just like so I can have them, like in an email. I still have them, but it's just the
That's the thing I
instrumentals
was
of us
talking about.
all
I think
playing.
with Alex, right? So the guitar tabs, that would be the instrumental stuff there.
Right.
And in some of those files, if you open them up, that actually does have the lyrics too, because I wrote them down.
Oh,
But
really?
Oh, nice.
Only for some of them, because I didn't have time to do it to all of them, or we were still like rewriting some of them, maybe, or various things like that. So we could probably pull them together if we found like our old stash of stuff where we had them in like Gmail somewhere or wherever the hell we put them.
Do you still have that stuff though?
I don't know. I haven't really tried to find it in a while.
If you did, that'd be fucking great.
I think it must be in that same place, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how much more. I think that this is one of the things that I found not that long ago, where that was the most interesting part of it, and that's why I shared it with you specifically. So I think that's what the results were of that. So I don't know if I have anything else that's more interesting than that, except for probably that 5-song demo. I probably have that on a different hard drive. I just need to pull out the recording hard drive.
And it's got Tim's lyrics on, like Tim's vocals on it.
It would have our vocals. It would have the like the real one that we did,
You
like
and
the
Tim?
actual like studio style deal.
So I have yet to hear that with
I
like a
think that might be
completed
on
version.
SoundCloud. That might be like you can just find that right now somewhere.
Oh shit, that'd be dope.
Oh yeah,
Um,
there's
so dope.
something, yeah.
So like Cuban had some of the stuff on his thing for a little bit, but I think that we might have a SoundCloud that you can link to from there. So I don't know. I guess I could pop open a browser and try to find it. Let me try to find
Cuban, I don't know if Joey knows. Cuban was in the band. Cuban was in Hooker Spit though at the end before I left, and then
Yeah, and then
You
we
guys-
just started something new. Yeah,
and then you guys did that. He's Back Alley Confession. Like when they started their new band.
Oh, okay.
It was just
I
you
don't know who
three,
that
right?
is.
yeah. It's just us 3. Did you play the show? I can't remember if it was you or a different or later down the road when like maybe Nick would took over. But there was this band where there was this guy named Fabian. He played bass. I think it was like a stand-up bass, and he had like a mohawk on it. The Straight from the Grave. I don't know if you remember that name. at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just found out there's another band called Hooker Spit now, and they're labeled on SoundCloud as Hooker Spit Official. These guys are so official.
Oh, fuck that. We're official. What
And
the
there's still
fuck?
Hooker Spit Windex as well. So let me.
Is it another one? So there's 3 of them. There's us.
No,
and then there's 2 more.
so Hooker Spit Windex is the one that we knew about a while back, right?
Yeah.
But there's another one that's official.
The-
Hooker Spit
The official Hooker Spit side. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You guys are
Yeah.
probably freaking 18 years old or some shit. I'm the old man. This is my band.
I mean, did they choose to stick with the name just to piss their old drummer off? I mean, did they though?
Yeah, do they have a story behind
Did
it?
they
I mean,
have
come
a
on.
good story?
Yeah, I forgot his name, but I replaced that. I don't know his name, but I remember hanging out with him one time with you guys. But
Jack?
Jack,
Yeah.
he didn't show up to a gig that I was at, and that's how I got the gig.
Yeah. I think you were
I was-
there.
It was I don't know if it was Anita. I was dating Anita. It was Anita or Max's birthday, and
It was
you
it
guys
was
were-
both. Yes.
And you guys were gonna play in their backyard, and I was like, cool, they're gonna get a
Oh,
band to
yeah.
play.
Yep.
And
That
I forgot.
fucker
I
wouldn't
remember
show
meeting
up.
Alex. I wasn't sure who else was there. I don't remember meeting Tim or Nick that night. I just remember meeting Alex that night.
His whole reasoning for not going to that was because he didn't want to have to load the drums up by himself. He wanted someone to come and help him load up the drums. I was like, dude, we're already here. Like, we're right down the street. Like, Max's house is like right around the corner from where he was living.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
He was the drummer. Which, not that we would never help him, but like that was my stance with that shit. It was just like, you're the fucking drummer. Plus, we got drunk. We got pretty drunk. And if we hadn't been pretty drunk, we probably wouldn't have kicked Jack out of the band. But I think it culminated into that because, but see, the other thing too was he
was just being really petty about it because he agreed to it, and then his whole reason to do it.
He set the fucking thing up.
It like morphed over and over, where he was like, "Oh, I don't really feel like doing it." Was kind of like the final thing. Like after we had removed all the barriers, it was like, "Well, I don't really feel like doing it, so I'm not doing it."
I feel like he was also like.
That was the thing that finally pissed me off, where I was like, okay, dude, whatever. That's bullshit, but okay.
Yeah. It was very like, we waited a long ass time. And I think before that too, it had kind of been hard to practice too. I think it had gotten to a point that it was like very difficult to get any more shit done or whatever. And then I think that party that he set up was the final straw. And
he set that party up?
Yeah.
Oh wow!
So that's right.
He was the friend. He was Max's friend. How did that gig come up?
I worked with Max for a while. Me and Alex worked with Max, so that's kind of how we really knew Max, and that's how we became friends and stuff. Yeah. And then he lived down the street from my parents' house too. So, but
and Jack worked there too, I think.
Yeah, Jack worked there too. Yeah.
Oh shit! Saying my meeting will end in 10 minutes. Fuck you.
I don't know if it ever does. I mean, I haven't had it happen.
This is the first time it's doing it. It's ever done this to me.
Who's clicking on their fucking keyboard?
Sorry, I'm trying to get you guys some hooker spit shit. F you. Give me a sec.
Right. Man, Tim, how you doing?
Hot. It's like fucking 104 right now. So
man, really sucks over here in this fucking maybe 76 degrees and highest
man.
part of the day.
Oh man, it's 66.
You better
right
strip
now.
down some clothes, dude. Like,
I have to put on a hoodie later. Shit.
Oh yeah.
I'm doing good, man. Fucking fixing forklifts, being busy, and playing video games. That's pretty much it.
Nice.
What are you playing?
Right now I'm playing a game called like Curse of the Dead Gods, but I play fucking tons of shit, dude. I played more video games this year than I ever have.
Mm-hmm.
Like I got the PlayStation 5, I got the Xbox Series S, and then I got a Switch. So I'm like constantly just switching off from
dude, me too. I everyone's mad because I got a hold of them, but that's crazy. You got a hold of them. They're hard. I ended up
buying them from a scalper. He was reasonable priced. It was like $100 more or something like that. Right. But I had the money, and Hillary had to twist my arm. I was like, I don't think I should do it. And
you shouldn't have.
Oh, she told you to. That's crazy. My wife was the opposite. She's like, nope, don't get it. I'm like, I'm getting
it. I waited I finally got a Series X about a month or two ago, and it took me like months, dude. Because I couldn't. I didn't find any good deals anyway that were like even like $100 more. Everything was at least $200 more, and then some stores like GameStop had bundles and shit, and it was like $800, and like I didn't want any of that fucking shit, and I was just like, so I finally got it from the Microsoft store, like way after they stocked up. It was like 20 minutes after their notification went out, and I was like, fuck, and I checked it anyway, and I got it, and I was like, ooh, and I don't believe that shit till I fucking see it.
Dude, it's so fast. It's so fun and fast. It's crazy. I see it on in the background right now.
I just threw a link into the chat there. You guys should take a look at that.
What is it?
It's the 5 songs of Hooker Spit that you guys
dope
didn't have. Those are the MP3s that we recorded.
Nice, dude. You
tapping was about, you asshole.
Alcohol and Judgment. Oh, Insane.
Insane.
I don't even remember that right now.
I barely remember.
Oh God, yeah, that's right. How can I forget? Nice. There was a song that oh man, I'm like way off or whatever the fuck I was doing. There was a song that we had that I think got lost that I don't like. If anyone ever it's like it'd be so hard to figure out because I have no, like, I just remembered that we did make a song and I know I don't think it ever got recorded or anything. And it was a song that we played, you know, when we used to just play shit and just be like, hey, we got like half a song, we're gonna fucking play. Tim's like making up all the lyrics when we're playing it. It was one of those songs.
There's all the songs started out like that for sure.
Yeah. I love that. I love that we didn't give a shit. Like we would play that at a show. And
Callbox fucking what was it? Free speech. And the whole point of it is I didn't want to write lyrics, so every time I would sing something different.
Oh yeah. It wasn't that song.
Callbox.
It might have been a Callbox song though, now that I think about it. But I know it wasn't that one. Maybe it wasn't Hooker Spit. But I think we still did that shit. Like when we worked on
I Fart Cotton Candy.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was that one.
We did a lot of work on at least a handful of songs that like there was one that you were writing too, Alex, that we played a hell of a lot but never actually played, I think. And I think that some of that ended up being a thing where like you were writing it for that I Fart Cotton Candy song, but it kept splintering off and becoming other shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like I don't know. There was at least a couple of things that basically you guys would go home and then Alex and I would sit there and get drunk and jam and we would like play these stupid things over and over again or whatever. But like we were getting pretty good at least a couple of them.
Yeah. You know what? It's stupid too because I remember you have unlimited minutes. Good job.
I just did it right now.
Get out of here. That shit was it's funny because sometimes I remember us doing that and being like, you would totally play some shit that I now realize was perfectly fine and good. And at the time was like, that's not right. I think like one time I had you do like 10 different things and it was like, I think you were just like, dude.
Hey, at least you came around. At least you finally see what I was doing now, I guess.
Yeah.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah,
Godzilla Cattle Drive.
Ooh,
Godzilla Cattle Drive. Holy
That was
fuck.
the fucking best song. That was one of the ones. Faster.
We still play those when my other band.
Oh really? Oh
Yeah, we
man, I'd
still
love to
play
hear that.
Darkness.
I would
Every
love
now
to
and then
hear
we
that.
play at least a couple of these. We still play Darkness, the one you just said.
Oh shit.
Like, fun.
Darkness. And what was the
Yeah.
one that Tim hated? I always wanted him to play it and he hated because it was a Callbox 101 song. But it was funky and me and Funk would
Was
get
it
up.
fucking walking.
I
Yeah,
wanted
it was-
to start this with that song. I thought about that at work today. I was like, when I get on the call, I'm gonna fucking do walking like on the bass.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's right. Do 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 do. That was the one, right?
Yeah.
Do 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 do. Yeah.
Okay, why did you hate that song so much?
He told us. I think he told us because it was about a girl, about an ex-girlfriend.
No, I think it like we were mostly just like hardcore punk, and that one was like way different. And I think it worked better for Callbox because that's what we were going for. But with like this band, it was like I wanted people to like fucking pit and shit, and so playing a song that was kind of like and then the people that really liked it were like Julie fucking loved that song, and she's like this huge Blink 182 fan, and I'm just like.
Yeah, you're against that. Yeah, I get it. And then Cassidy really liked that too. Remember, Cassidy was like a big fan of that and Darkness. She always wants to play Darkness and Walking.
Walking for sure was that was like just a I feel like a lot of people really like that song. Like it was like simple, like had a catchy riff. It was catchy.
I just liked the bass, like the bass, and then going in. It was an intro to another song, right? I believe we would play that into something, or we play something
Probably.
into that.
Oh,
And that's why I liked it because it was like one of those songs that just merged songs. Like that's why I liked Zingo's Cafe, and then what's the one that we would go from there to the other one? Zingo's Cafe, and there's another one that was like the same song but opposite for me on drums. It was like the opposite. Like I don't know how to explain it. It was just I would do the opposite stuff on drums. Like instead of hitting the bass, I'd hit the snare. What the fuck was it called? Zingo's Cafe, and then
I remember it only in that we did it. I don't remember what that song was though. But yeah, we took that with like a
Nick,
few songs.
what was the
That was
song
really
we
fun.
play? What was the song we play off of Zingo's Cafe?
Stop and Go.
That's it. Boom.
Stop and go.
Damn, man. All these songs we used to play.
I wouldn't remember this had I not found all those things a while back either, though. That really helped the memory.
That's right. That was fun.
It's funny because I think Hooker Spit, we wrote the most songs out of any band I've ever been in. It was over 30. I mean, and a lot of them we didn't play. We're like the song Hooker Spit. And
in the beginning, it was very overwhelming. I mean, from someone coming into this band, it was very overwhelming because it was like, especially I remember it was Political Wolves. That song was like, I don't know if I can do this. Like it was hard for me, like to keep up, and I was hurting. Like, but then it got to a point where it was like we would play all our songs at like I think it was at Vinny's. We were at Vinny's. And I remember I loved that place because it was like an air vent right on me. And it was just like the best. It was the best place to play. And I remember at one point it was like we're done. We did all our songs. Like we had done all our songs, and it was like, what else do we got? What else do we got? That's when we started going into the covers, and which was like a whole other thing that we had. We had planned on playing that Halloween show, so we learned all these Misfits covers, and we had a bunch of covers to play.
TSOL. I think we
TSOL.
There was a ton of shit.
Yeah.
Bad Religion.
Yeah, and what was the one that I think the first one I learned with you guys was the one that Alex played.
The Crusher?
The Crusher.
Crusher. That was fun.
That was a
it's one that
oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say the one that pops up for me a lot is the Furious George song.
Oh, I just gonna say that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I just bought that song. It's actually on Spotify now.
Yeah,
I bought it years ago. Now it's like out now. Like back then, you couldn't find that shit.
Yeah,
I got the album. I found the album, and I just like just to fucking hear it. I think you guys had played it, but I found it in a dollar bin or something because the album I had only has like 4 songs on it or something.
I think that what I realized, we played it better than what they did too.
Right.
I liked it better.
I agree. Well, because
we spiced it up a little
with Crusher and with that Furious George song. There's like a slow version of them, like a studio version, but then there's like a live version that's like kind of like what we play. That's sounds different. Sounds kind of like Ramones in general. Their stuff that's recorded sounds different than live.
Shit at the beginning of that song, it's was it Joey Ramone that's on the very beginning of it? That he's all like, "Hey kid," or like, "I wear a white hat." It's one of the Ramones. That's fucking.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yep.
Yeah. I think it's fucking. Isn't it Dee Dee?
Maybe.
It's one of the Ramones. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, no, I honestly never liked the Ramones until I heard a live album, and I was like, "Oh, I kind of get it now." Like they sounded way more punk to me. When I heard recorded shit, I was always like,
"You were the one that taught me that." I think I was like, "Yeah, I don't really give a shit about the Ramones either." But
I never even heard that song until you brought it.
Like, no, you got to check this out. No, check it out. It's really cool. And I was like, okay.
No Effects.
All right.
You played No Effects songs.
Oh yeah.
Church and Skate. I was listening to that the other day.
What's the other? What's it? The Parents These Days or Parents Today or whatever that's called.
What's the matter with Parents These Days?
Yeah,
that song's dope. That song was dope. And then I've heard as of late, I've heard like the live version, they change it, and that's the one that Nick sings, the one where having sex anally, that line.
I'd switch it up every now and then.
Yeah, that was great. I heard it and I was like, oh shit, I forgot about that.
I honestly think that's one of those ones where it depended on how drunk I was. Like that for which one I'm gonna remember at any given time. It's like,
that's crazy. I completely forgot about it until I heard it the other day. It was crazy.
Is that the one where like some people left?
Probably.
That'd be dope. I don't remember that, but that'd be dope.
There was one where like a couple girls really didn't know like
the one that I remember the people really got offended was when we started telling dead baby jokes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Oh, and then we played TSOL.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that. And then I said something about. I remember I screamed because I joined. Tim was doing it was you, Tim, right? Who you were going, and I screamed from the back because Brittany Murphy had just passed, and I was like, Brittany Murphy.
That's right.
And then we did the song.
Nice.
I thought that one was great, but yeah, some people left, and I was like, really? Come on.
Yeah, it's whatever. It's all good. We still had a good time.
Yeah, wasn't it like at the Mint or something? Too?
Yeah, that was in a minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
But of course, that was after we already played like 20 something songs. So everyone's like, yeah, I'm done.
We played a bunch. We were pretty drunk. I think it was one of the shows when like the stage was like up near the building and stuff like that. It was a little bit weird.
They did it. Yeah, weird. I don't even think they do shows anymore.
They've done some since COVID. I'm actually seeing
okay.
at least a couple of live things where I went, holy shit, okay, hey.
Well, didn't most of the shit went down to Riley's, right? Like they do more
a
shows.
lot of the shit yeah, but I don't know what Riley's is doing these days either. I haven't actually been down there in quite a while.
I haven't been to the Mint in 3 years. We went for Hillary's 40th birthday.
Yep.
Yeah.
Someone's saying
yeah.
I don't live out there. Someone was saying that Sandrini's is done.
Are they? Huh.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm asking. I don't know.
I hope not.
Yeah, I hope not either, because that was like one of the best ones.
Well, they changed. I remember they turned into like a gastropub or something. Like they kind of changed their image, but I don't know. I haven't been down there in a few years either.
Well, the guy
I always liked him
here that would book most of our shows, like he just moved to the beach, so it's like he used to book everything at Sandrini's, and we
Which
always
guy?
Patrick. I don't know his last name. The
Spurlock,
dude with a big old
guy?
beard and
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sam's Goodies Forever or whatever, or
Patrick
FYE.
Spurlock, yeah.
Oh yeah, the bartender guy.
No.
Oh.
He was a different guy, but I know who you're talking about.
Oh, well, Spurlock makes me think of that fucking that documentarian guy, whatever. Morgan Spurlock.
Oh, right.
I was thinking of the what's his name, with the red beard. He was a bartender there.
Wasn't
Probably
he like
Neil.
part owner or some shit too, or manager or something?
He was nice.
It was probably Neil, right? That was the guy.
Neil.
Yeah.
Was he part owner?
I don't know. Maybe.
Something like that, I don't know.
That was-
He could have just been telling all the drunk people that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Well, he was there for fucking ever.
Imagine that.
Yeah, baby, I own this bar.
Remember the Silver Fox? We used to play at Silver Fox. We used to play everywhere. I
Silver
never
Fox.
played.
The Fox still has a lot of shit going on. Do they still
Really?
see it? I just saw one earlier on Facebook for this shit. Yeah.
Yeah, because they were gone and then they became Silver Fox again.
Yeah, they
At some point.
remodeled. They did all sorts of shit. Yeah.
That was a fucking cool place. That's where we came up, I think, with Hooker Spit, actually.
Yeah.
That was a very cool place.
We were hanging out with Nick's brother and be like, and he's drunk and being fucking, Nick's brother at the time. And it's like, you would drink like,
Yeah, it started as a warning.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you don't want to drink that.
Yeah, dude.
Hey, I know that you're drunk, but you don't want that.
Yeah.
I don't know where you guys. I remember one time I was at Nick's house. I don't know where everyone was. It was just me and Nick's brother. I forget his name. What was his name? Andy. That's his name. And we were just like kicking it with this band that Nick had stay at his house. It was just me, Andy, and this band. I don't know where everyone else was.
Like
We were
Pennywise
just
or
drinking
something.
And just fucked up, just drinking. I was waiting for my ride. I think Anita was gonna pick me up or some shit. And we were just hanging out, and I don't know. It was just we were eating. He was eating stuff out of the fridge, just grabbing stuff and eating it out of the fridge. It was so fun. It was just like a crazy night. It was after a show.
Sounds
Nice.
fun, right?
Yeah, it was hilarious. That guy's crazy. Is he? But other than that, is he doing good?
Yeah, he's doing good. He
Yeah,
works
yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, Nick would probably know better. He's his brother, so I guess.
I mean,
I'll shut
last time I talked to him, it seemed like he was playing a shitload of golf and shit like that. And
Is he still in Bakersfield?
yeah,
Yeah.
he's got a house over by BC, basically.
Oh, nice. Ooh, pizza.
Yeah, he can sit in his backyard and basically watch their fireworks shows and all that kind of shit or whatever.
Oh, nice.
It's that close to BC kind of deal.
Oh, that's dope.
But last time I was in town, he dropped by with like he has like one of the Oculus Rift VR headsets and stuff, and so like he dropped by with his computer and was like showing us some of that shit.
Game changer. Porn on that, I bet is crazy.
I'm sure that's why he got it too. I mean,
Hey, that's why I heard it's good for games, but it's better for porn.
It's like, how is she sucking my dick that far up? My dick's not that big.
I have a really long torso. What the hell? No, it's a trip. Like, I don't know. I guess it throws some people off or whatever, but I guess I don't know. Like, I didn't think it was too crazy. I wasn't very good at anything either, though. But I don't know. It's kind of cool.
I
shit.
played PSVR, and that's like I was playing over at Josh's house, And like the game we were playing, I was a like basically Godzilla, and I was destroying a city, and he was playing these little guys. And then he hit me with this rocket, and it launched me into space, and I could feel that shit in my stomach, dude. I was like, "Oh fuck!"
That's dope.
Oh, crazy.
That's fucking dope. I saw. I've been watching like YouTube videos of Resident Evil 7 is on. That would be. I would like to play that in VR, but I'd probably freak out because that. I mean, I don't know if you guys are into Resident Evil, but that's like that to me is like would be crazy scary.
That's the new one,
Have you
right?
played that game?
I played part of 7, but I played 8 mainly. I beat 8 recently. Like
It was fun.
I beat that shit like over and over. The more you beat it, the easier it gets because you get like unlimited ammo.
Yeah.
And like I have like the Magnum with unlimited ammo, so everything's like one shot kill, which is like I've been running through the game. And then when you run through the game, you get that money. That's dang, dude, you got a whole party in there, Funk. You got a party. You got a bunch of people.
It's pizza time. Yeah.
And look at the pizza guy. Literally, is that the pizza guy that brought it in?
No.
It's like he's in your house. He had the hat on. It's like,
That's how they do there, you know.
He's like, "What's up, Alex? How's it going, man?"
I was like, what the fuck?
Same thing. Yeah. No, they don't. They don't do that, thank God. The last one of the last pizza guy is just he's super sweet, but he was very overly nice, I guess. And he's always like, oh, he doesn't leave.
I was gonna say, like, isn't it supposed to be contactless delivery?
Yeah.
They're supposed to drop it off and walk away because of COVID, right?
Yeah.
You're making friends with them and shit.
No.
He's always, I know you have a no shoe policy. Let me just go ahead and take these off.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like. I was like, dude,
Like,
he's walking
bitch.
behind him with the That's crazy.
I don't know, I guess
That's what it's like, though. I swear to God. Yeah.
just imagine a guy like at your door, I guess, just asking you questions about your pizza that you just ordered, right? It's like,
Right.
"Oh, so you're one of those types of you like pineapple on there, huh? Oh, wow, that's so controversial. That's crazy.
Yeah.
How'd you get there? Oh,
Yeah.
that's what I'm hearing whenever I hear that. Like,
It's
you
like
get a little too friendly.
it's like, oh, I brought. It's like, oh, and here's the ranch here too, and like we have all the ranch. We got everything.
Oh, by the
that
way,
you
here's the
ordered,
coupon.
and-
By the way, the next time order.
Yeah, it's just
Here you
like,
go.
cool, dude, give me my shit. Yeah.
Nope.
No.
Meanwhile, here in LA, they just fuck up your order so bad that they always have to give you gift cards for shit. So
Oh.
they can like rope you into that other trip or whatever.
So you're always getting free fucked up pizza.
Yeah, well, right, but it's also like 3 or 4 hours late kind of shit. It's like,
Ah.
fuck you guys. Oh, but we need free pizza. It's like, oh.
Dude, I was running
Yeah.
Domino's and I just quit during like last year, but I quit like in the middle of like the coronavirus because it was just so ridiculous, man. People were just so fucking stupid. Like this guy was like telling me, hey, I ordered for extra cheese. Like I was just like, I'm just a delivery guy. I don't make the pizzas. I'm just delivering it. And then he stopped me. I mean, he's like, hey, can you look at this pizza? I'm like, yeah. What does it look like? Does it look weird to you? I'm like, what's wrong? What do you need? Like, and he's just like, I want to know what you think about this. Do you think this is extra cheese? I'm going like, dude, I don't fucking know, dude. I don't make the pizzas.
You have a problem?
Yeah,
Sauce
totally.
or- I mean, like, what the fuck?
I'm like, do you want another one? Let me make another one for you. And he's like, yeah, actually, but I want to know your opinion. Like, I want to know, do you think this looks like extra cheese? I'm like, yeah, it does to me. It does to me. Just to get him out of
He
here. And
seems
he's
like
like,
a caring guy.
yeah, he just kept on asking me, you think this looks like extra cheese? I'm like, dude, just do you want another one or you just want to argue? Like, fuck.
Hey, does that look like spit to you?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, under all that spit that's on the
Yeah.
pizza?
Hey, this guy
Yeah,
wants
that's
another,
extra cheese.
this guy wants another pizza, and please do not spit on his pizza.
Ah, fuck it. I don't know. Right. Yeah.
Fuck this guy.
I remember
done some
once
shit to
working at
pizzas, by the way. I've done
huh?
some shit to pizzas.
Oh yeah,
Have you
know
now?
done that too.
What did you
Taco
do?
Bell.
Well, there was these one kids that used to come into the Auburn store and they'd always be there like all the time. I was like, oh, let's do a trick. So I put some Dave's Insanity sauce on it, just like a little
Ah.
bit on it.
Yeah, I
And,
remember you guys
the
doing that
normal kids were cool. They were like kind of laughing, like, oh, my mouth's burning. The other kids that I didn't know, they were flipping me off when they were leaving. I was like, later.
I remember that was like a big deal because like what's his face? Was it Marcus's homie? Like drank
Audie.
a bottle of it or something?
Audie.
Yeah. Audie. Ooh, we had to go to the hospital. Yeah.
Which one did you guys work at?
Panama, Auburn, coffee. Those are the 3 that I worked at mostly.
Yeah. I was
This
just
all
at
the shit in
Panama.
Panama, right? Because
And what was it? Because I don't. Those pizza places aren't here. What was it?
No.
Those, right? That shit.
Papa O's?
Yeah.
Can
Yeah,
wait?
they don't exist anymore.
Can each one of you say that name real quick? Just I want to just hear how you guys say it.
Well, Papa O's?
Yeah, Papa O's. That's
Papa O's?
basically how I'd say it too.
Willie always makes fun of me for saying that.
Who? Why?
Say it. You
She
say it.
says I say it very so Papa. It's like a drawn out Papa O's.
You know, I've been accused of this shit from.
Yeah.
So when I was teaching English, I met a lot of Canadians, and those motherfuckers would accuse me of like every now and then it's like, yeah, I don't. You speak with a very normal American accent, and then one or two words will have like a weird Southern drawl on them. I'll be like, really?
What words? Do you know what words?
I don't know, because they would never really give me good examples. They would basically go, oh, it's very obvious from what you're saying that holy shit, you're from the. No, wait, it's just one or two words. What the fuck?
Well, if you didn't start your English class going like, well, I declare.
Woo, the vapors. Woo.
One of the words recently I got stuck on. I'd never seen it before, and I never heard of it until recently, which is weird. Like in the last 10 years, tilapia. Like I had never, but the first time I said it, and people were making fun of me because I said tilapia.
I can see that.
And everyone was like, "What the fuck are you saying?" Or even like
I hear a lot of first pronunciations.
was meme. I would say meme.
Baby.
When I first saw it.
I have teenagers, so I learn real quick.
Okay. And people were
you learn how wrong you are.
making fun of me, and I was like,
I'm
"Fuck,
sure,
dude, I don't fucking know. I never seen this word before in my life." And when you're a kid, they tell you sound it out, and that was me, tilapia.
Doesn't sound as appealing, does it? Like
No, not at all.
In realistically, you're doing the right thing. So like instinctively, that's where the emphasis normally is like
Right.
where you're putting it.
Right. And so it's
when
like
you don't know, that makes a hell of a lot of sense.
Yeah, I get it. But I'm glad people correct me because I'd be living my whole life being tilapia.
It is one of those things. I truly
just
like,
own it.
It's hard. Like whenever somebody mispronounces it, it just means they've read it and they've never heard it, which means that's somebody that's actually reading. So as far as I'm concerned, it's something to praise and kind of nurture rather than it is to make fun of anybody.
That's the logical reasoning behind it. But you know, people
I've only ever seen that written. That's cool. Here's how you actually say that.
People are fucking jerks. So
there's a lot of assholes out there.
Or you just get made fun of until you learn it right. Yeah.
Right.
Be out in a bar environment and watch exactly how fucking fast people. Yeah.
I still say you guys had Lagunitas beer.
Yeah.
Because like I never tried saying that right. I still ordered it sometimes the wrong way. I just thought the word was laguntas. I thought it was laguntas. I'd order laguntas.
That's funny. That's very funny.
Because we didn't have that in central SoCal wherever we were.
Dude, I wish I had some weed.
Somebody introduced me too, so I never had that awkward moment.
Yeah. You know, it's funny going back to Bakersfield and actually like as far as all that goes, like beer and stuff and places that are just more interesting. They do, you guys have more shit now than when we were there.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. That my mom lives right by that freeway they're building. I'm like,
oh yeah,
that part
of freeway is sad as shit.
That part of town is fucking crazy. That part of town is like there's a bridge like right. My mom lives across from Kaiser. So I go. That's where I go to, and whenever I go back to Bakersfield, and like I used to go to that pizza place right there called it was like on the corner by Havana House. It was like a pizza place.
Yeah, I've been there before. I can think of it.
Right, I used to go there. It's gone. There's a freeway going through it now.
That used to be a Shakey's or whatever, right over there.
Maybe.
Wait, where's Havana
It was
House?
something else. Havana House is on the corner of Stockdale and Real.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because it was like a Shakey's. I think it was like a
was that Peter Piper or something?
A straw hat pizza, I think at one time, maybe one of those kind of things.
I don't know what
straw hat got bought out by like Pizza Hut or something, but I think like some of them ended up in the hands of Shakey's instead, and I think that was one of the ones that basically kind of went boop 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 and became Shakey's.
I remember there was Shakey's and then like Sharky's.
Sharky's.
Yeah.
And then I think Mountain Mike's at some point tried to expand, and they might have bought that from them kind of at one point.
Oh, and Magoo's.
Like a weird thing like that too.
Gotcha.
They tried to expand and then failed horribly.
Well, because out here in San Diego, it's really weird. Like it's weird out here because like Raising Cane just opened up, and when I just moved here 11 years ago, Sonic had just opened up. So Sonic was a new thing for San Diegans or San Diegonites, however you say it. And people would like there'd be lines. Like there'd be lines where you couldn't go to a Sonic. Like it'd be you could go, but there'd be a line. Like if you want to go to Sonic, there'd be a line. And then they still do the skates. Like they do the skates, back in Vegas. So they don't do the skates no more. They just walk it up to you. And so people were like going crazy over Sonic, but I was like, fucking Sonic. I don't give a fuck about Sonic. Like,
it's trash. Yeah.
No, it's just like in Bakersfield, you grew up, like you go there. I mean, whatever. It's like McDonald's, it's whatever.
It's fat fries.
It's not like, you know what I mean? And then Raising Cane's is like
the one by my house just closed. The Sonic. It's like
there's so many of them. There's so many of them in Bakersfield, but out here there's only like 3. So it's like it's like a thing people want. And Raising Cane's is a new thing. I don't know if you heard of that. Raising Cane's is new.
We got like 2 now.
Yeah, that's the thing that's happening here is that there's only one here, and there's a line. There's like you have to wait like an hour to get it. People will wait an hour to get it. And I went to Bakersfield recently, in the spring, and there was no line. I'm like, fuck that. What the fuck?
The lines are in and out. So.
And this is like for a burger.
Oh yeah, in and out. It's like everywhere in and out, right? Even here.
Yeah.
It's a burger place.
And then out here, in and out is like
place,
Raising Cane's is like chicken. It's just chicken fingers. That's it.
Wow.
And fries,
Wow.
yeah. But the thing that's
Exactly.
really good about it, I'll give them, is the sauce. The sauce is really fucking good.
I tried to get it on fucking Labor Day and they were closed. I was like, God damn it.
Yeah. Oh man, the sauce is really good. That's what makes it. Like I just get a bunch of fucking chicken
really
strips.
worth an hour in line. Like,
I mean, no, it's not. It's not. But I mean, telling you, like, once it becomes normal, like you'll see, it's the sauce that will make that place. Like if you ever go and just like be able to check it out one day, it's good. It's good, but it's just not worth an hour. But it's just that thing, I don't know. I don't get it. But out here in San Diego, it's like there's things like that are like something else. I forget what else it is, but it's just like it's ridiculous. And you go to Bakersfield, it's normal. It's like what the fuck? What's that buffet place? Golden Corral. We don't have a Golden Corral, but in Bakersfield they have a Golden Corral.
I went there once. It's not very good.
It's not, but people in San Diego are like always like, we see the commercials and we want to go, but it's like I've never been there.
Dude, Olive Garden's the one I feel like people always want to go to for some reason.
I'm also always surprised about Hometown Buffet. Like some people are actually.
I don't think we have one anymore.
Really?
It's closed. I drove by it the other day.
Oh, because of COVID, maybe. Yeah, buffets got hit hard because of COVID. Like no one wants to eat buffets.
Yeah, that's true. Like, yeah. So all of that stuff. I think there was. I saw
long overdue.
It was a Chinese buffet in Bakersfield that did say that they were open again. So I was kind of curious, like how that was even possible, because like their whole thing was that they just are a buffet.
Which place?
Speaking of buffets, we're on the subject.
What is it? Stein and Plans, the China Star Buffet.
Oh,
those guys.
Tim, that's your joint, dude.
Last time I drove by there,
like the only place that gave me food poisoning and shit.
Yeah, the last time I drove by there, they said that they were open, and I was kind of surprised about that because it seemed like we're not supposed to be doing that yet. So like maybe they're taking orders at the tables, dude. I don't know.
They probably don't give a fuck. They're just like fuck it.
Like here, it's all you can eat, but we just have to bring it to your table, maybe.
Or just probably the same shit. Fuck it, and we're just
probably is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Except your kids sneezing all over it or whatever shit.
What was the place we went to? And is that the place you're talking about where we go before practice?
Zyka, the Indian place?
No.
No.
We
we would go to the other Indian place, the one that closed down. Desi Cafe.
Desi Cafe. Yeah.
I think it was Don Perico's. What was
Don
it?
Perico's as
We
well.
used to go to Don Perico's a lot.
That was
a happy hour and shit.
That was what it was. It was
like
like
happy
buffet.
hour shit with my parents every now and then, dude.
That's what it was.
Yeah, that was fun.
We've been vaccinated. We've been able to kind of go and do that a little bit. It's been kind of nice.
That was fun. That was really fun. I really like
that's like that's like a legend. Like that's like a thing I tell Lily about as far as like, hey, you go there and it's like free buffet food that was like actually good. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, they can't do the free buffet part, but they at least do the cheap margaritas and shit still.
Pizza.
So, hey.
What pizza is that? Where's that from?
The Seattle local place called Domino's.
The artisan pizza, I guess.
Yeah, farm to table. It's all that, yeah.
Nice.
Farm to table.
Yeah. We had like anyway. Don Perico's, man. Like I've told her like so many stories about going there and
Del
miss that
Taco.
place, man.
We used to go to Del Taco.
Mm-hmm.
I have one up here. There's a Del Taco. It's like 30 minutes away though.
That Del Taco that we used to go to all the time is not a Del Taco anymore, and it fucks me up from time to time.
No, wait,
actually
the
like,
one on White
oh, I'm
Lane?
gonna go hit Del Taco, and then it's like, oh, but that one in California is not even there, and the freeway's fucked up right there because they've been doing the whole new freeway shit or whatever. So like that, it's been really bothering me when I go to Bakersfield. Like,
Yeah, it's changing. It's changing. Like
Destroy my plans.
Change.
That was the
I don't know
24-hour
anymore.
one, I think, right?
yeah, that was the one that, yeah. So now if you want a 24-hour one, I think you have to drive like basically like to Old River and Panama, like right in that neighborhood, kind of.
Oh,
It's like
we gotta go.
It's like so sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't want to drive out that far, but you know what?
Sometimes
You know
you do.
what?
Yeah, hey, sometimes
Yeah.
you gotta.
God damn
Sometimes
it.
you just gotta.
I'm gonna fucking taco. Fuck.
Yeah.
well, the White Lane one, that's good times too. And
Those guys close at midnight now, dude. It makes me hate it because they effectively close at 11. Because if you go after 11, they don't have anything anymore. They're like, no, we're closing and we're cleaning grills and stuff and blah blah blah. So if you want like this, you can have this, or if you want this, you can have this. But
You want some fries that have been sitting here for 45 minutes?
yeah,
Yeah.
all the time, dude, they
Right.
will already have closed down the fucking fryer, so I can't even get fries. It's bullshit, man.
I miss Del Taco. Oh,
Do you remember when fucking Mario that we used to work with, Alex, came to the show? And he was fucking he didn't know like what kind of show it was, and he like came dressed in like a tie and like a suit and shit, like he was going out in a night of dancing. And he was just like
Mario?
uncomfortable. I think his name was Mario, right? That worked at fucking Quinn with us.
The driver guy.
No, I thought he was a mechanic, little short mechanic dude.
Oh. Did we go hang out at his house that one time? Is that like a barbecue or something?
Yeah. We went to like a barbecue or whatever.
He was
You
like
like-
really
you like the
nice
show?
and like, yeah.
Was he happy with the show or no?
He wouldn't like criticize it. He'd probably be Tim
happy?
Beerbower.
We lost him. Ah.
What happened? He was like laughing. Someone was laughing and like,
Yeah, Mario was chill. He was just like he was like a well, older, he's probably like our age now or whatever, but he was older back then, had a family and all that shit. And so he just like didn't know what he was getting into, I think. He was really polite. I don't think he said shit about it. He was really nice.
so he was like Christian or something.
He was like, well, and he was like,
So he showed up thinking like support, like he's gonna support you, and then he wasn't ready, or was he happy with the show?
I honestly don't remember. He's just like he like if he came to the show, he was just so.
Yeah, we really lost him.
Oh, Tim's is gone now.
Oh,
Gone.
Yeah, that's. I mean, from what I remember, typical Tim, right? Just like bye. He doesn't say bye. Just bye. I remember one time that happened where we're
Oh, yeah, he doesn't say bye.
practice or something, and he just walked out, and we're like,
He's
"Oh,
like,
Tim's gone?"
that
That happened before, right? Or is that just me?
It's typical,
Right?
I guess, yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
Hey,
There's
Tim.
Tim.
we didn't know what was gonna happen.
We thought you just
Hey.
left.
It's my turn to go. I'll be right.
Like, Tim-
I was gonna say something because it was at 5%. And I was just like,
Oh.
well, I'll finish this sentence, and it's a bloop.
We're like, we're convinced you were gone.
It's so good, yeah, because no one thought you would even give us that courtesy. Everyone was just like, he just fucking bounced.
I tried to join the meeting right now, and if you guys didn't hit it, I was just gonna send you a fucking message on Facebook or whatever, going like, "Hey, it was fun talking."
I know, right? Yeah, I don't got shit going on, so whatever. But whenever we're done, that's fine. Just hanging out.
So Tim, real quick, I remember back when we were jamming, you Hillary had 2 kids.
Yeah,
How old are they now?
20 and 17.
Whoa! I remember there were little kids back then.
They were little fucking kids. Yeah.
And Hannah's still little. My daughter Hope is taller than her.
Oh, really?
Shit.
That's crazy.
So what are they doing? What are they doing now? Are they working?
Solomon's a senior in high school. He's not working. He just plays video games and sits in his messy room, and I tell him to clean it, and he just gives me shit about it. And then Hannah was living in Iowa for a little bit, but then today we find out that her boyfriend that she had up there cheated on her, so now she's flying back, and she's gonna move back in or whatever, and then
Oh man,
she's taking a job doing piercings.
Damn, man.
Oh,
Fucking time flies.
I gotta let my cat out real quick.
Wow. Wow.
Is that why Hannah's face has so many holes in it?
What?
Like the last picture I saw of her on Facebook had so many piercings. It was like,
I want to get like a really strong magnet or something. You know? I know it doesn't work, but
Oh my gosh, time flies. Yeah, I think it was I forget how it happened, but I remember you had your daughter when we were like doing shows or something, you couldn't do them or something like that. You had to leave or something one time.
Yeah, I just kind of like took a break thinking like, oh, you know, we're going to need a lot of help, but she wasn't as hard a baby as I thought. And so we eventually, you know, just started, you know, yeah, I'll start playing again. So yeah, then we just jump back in.
Yeah. I remember you showed me pictures of her like as a baby, and I'm thinking like, that's crazy. You have a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Now she's fucking 12.
How old's your kid now? A year and a half?
Year and a half, about to be 2. Yeah.
I saw a picture on Facebook yesterday.
Yeah. That was an old picture too. Like he's way bigger now. So yeah, he's starting to talk. He's just weird. He's a weird kid. But he's easy though. I mean, like he's like you said, like I thought he was gonna be like really rough, but he's really easy. Like he sleeps. Like when he goes to sleep at night, he sleeps. Like he sleeps like 12 hours, 10 hours.
Oh yeah, no, it's like Hope was pretty easy for the most part. And then like I got friends that have kids, and I was like, oh man, I do not envy you, man. Like
right. Same here. Yeah, same here. Yeah, I hear stories of like, fuck, dude. Like I couldn't imagine having to go through that shit. But I mean, he's been great so far.
Yeah, they're great until they become like preteen and teen, and then they start giving you shit, and you're just like, you just do what I fucking say.
Right. That's great. Does she like video games like you?
Yeah, she mostly plays old games. Like she plays like Roblox and shit and Minecraft, but she loves making like YouTube videos, even though like she just has like a small little channel that she just does some like plays horror games, and it's just this squeaky little voice screaming, and I'm like,
aw, that's fun.
Reaction videos.
That's really cool.
Well, she told me right before this, she's like, hey, do not come in my room. I'm filming a YouTube video.
I would encourage the fuck out of that, dude.
Right?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Right on.
Yeah.
My parents didn't do that shit, man. That was like, you're never gonna do anything with video games. And then like it was like 10 years or something later, my mom was just like, you could have been like doing something with video games or whatever. And it's just like, yeah, no, like didn't even think about that. Yeah. Who knows? And like with YouTube and stuff, that shit's so easy, or Twitch, or like anything.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, it was a kitty.
Is it a boy or a girl?
It's a boy. He's a dick. I had to take it from my parents' house because he was being such a bully to the other cats. But this is my kid. This is all I have to deal with. This furry little dick right here.
What's your cat's name?
This guy's name is Spot because of this little spot right here on his face. He's yeah, he's an asshole.
To cats or to you? Like to
That's
people?
sweet. Aw.
He's a good kitty, huh?
What's up,
Dick
buddy?
to people?
Good boy.
Oh, there's a little
Oh.
puppy.
What's 2 puppies?
Oh.
A dark one.
Oh, I didn't even see that one.
Yeah.
Also,
Those guys they're old
Hey.
as shit too.
Oh.
Cha.
They're like, they just want my sandwich. That's all they want right now. They don't give a shit.
Sounds about right.
No. My cats ran away. They don't like having any closed doors. So as soon as the door closed a little bit, it was like they had to go over to it and fucking attack it.
Typical. Makes sense.
Chaw. Dang, what's Hope's YouTube channel? Is that creepy? I'm all liking all of the videos.
We bombarded.
Like, I don't know if I want to tell you.
It's on my
With
YouTube.
a bunch of
Hillary's
likes
gonna
and
look at her-
subscribes.
Hillary's gonna look at her
I mean-
YouTube thing right now to remember the name. I can't remember it.
My stepbrother was doing Twitch for a little while, but like he's like It's funny. I subbed to his channel once and like just kind of watched him and stuff. But it's like he didn't give a shit. So like one time I was watching and he saw someone was watching. He's like, "Hey, fuckers, yeah, what's it?" You know, just like he's like, "Oh no, it's cool that you're here and stuff or whatever." And it was just like,
Dude, I dropped
whatever, you know.
I dropped by Brandon's Twitch stream one time, and it was like the same thing. There was like one person watching, and I joined, and he was doing this weird, like he was doing this weird like killer clown voice the whole time, and I'm like, okay. I'm getting on Brandon's Twitch shit.
It sounds like Brandon. That really truly does.
I'm just gonna troll him the whole time.
Her YouTube is called Froggy Hoodie.
Here it is.
Okay.
Froggy Hoodie.
Plus Frog Hoodie Plus.
Yeah, plus Frog Hoodie Plus.
What the fuck? Okay.
Hey, kids these days.
It's all My Hero Academia, man.
What does she play? Just Minecraft and stuff?
She plays a lot of like little computer horror games, like Five Nights at Freddy's style and shit.
That shit's fun as fuck.
Eating a Big Mac while getting chased. Weird.
Man.
Yeah, I was twitching one time with Death Stranding. No one got on there.
Yeah.
I think it was because of Death Stranding. It's fun. It's fun if you like Metal Gear. Have you ever played Metal Gear?
Oh, I love Metal Gear.
Oh, then you'll love Death Stranding because it's definitely.
Yeah, I always look at it and I'm like, I just keep hearing people talking about it's just like a fucking delivery simulator.
A walking simulator, yeah. But if you like Metal Gear, you'll get it. But a lot of people don't get it because they probably have never played Metal Gear. Metal Gear 5 mainly. It's like the same engine as Metal Gear 5.
Which I never beat Metal Gear 5. I put like 40 hours into it and I never beat it.
Yeah, but you get it. If you once you get into Death Stranding, you'll be like, oh, I get it, because it's just like Metal Gear 5, but
yeah,
with Norman Reedus.
I like him. Yeah, I didn't hear anything good about that game, which just reminded me. What also like Cyberpunk? Has anyone played Cyberpunk?
I have it. I played it. I played a little bit of it, but I'm waiting for the.
Totally right up my alley, but I've not played that yet.
I haven't heard anything good about it.
It's like, right now. I'm waiting for next gen.
They launched it shitty. Yeah, there's a bunch of bugs and shit.
Yeah.
And then
like the PS4 version, they took off the store because it was so broken, and then they just put it back on with a warning.
You can't play it.
It's still broken.
Supposedly, like it's a fun game to play. Though. The PS4 version's a fun.
I want to play it so bad, but I want to play like the real version of it. I don't want to play like some.
Supposedly this fall, the next gen version is coming out. And that's when I had already bought it. I bought it when it came out, but I haven't played it. I played a little bit at the beginning, but I'm not gonna play it fully play it until.
I think it's gonna be a free upgrade too.
Right. That's why I'm waiting for.
That's good.
Nice.
I bought it for
they owe it to you, I think, at this point.
Right. They better, yeah. Because I bought Tony Hawk Pro Skater. You guys played Tony Hawk Pro Skater back in the day?
I got the remake too.
Yeah, they remade 1 and 2, and I bought it when it first came out, and then to upgrade to next gen, which I was like, yeah, I thought it was gonna be free. It was $10. Like, fuck it.
No shit.
But still, it's like I was like, what a cash grab, fucking shit.
No shit.
Just to upgrade, but the upgrade is
really
nice.
That much better though.
The frame rate upgrade is.
It's like 30 to 60 frame rate.
It's complete difference. Like it feels like you're playing like a PC. What I would imagine, I never played PC, but it feels like you're playing like a PC version of a game.
We used to just play one level on the first one where you do the you're like inside the warehouse, and it's like kind of like
the demo.
Oh man, we just tried to see who could get the highest score.
Yeah, I play a demo all the time.
We used to pass the controller around, so you know who could get the highest score every time.
It was like you almost had to like
fucking Josh's house like forever. That trailer.
Yeah,
everyone was just getting high and playing fucking Tony Hawk. That was all of us.
Oh my gosh,
that's what. Yeah, when we moved out, like then living with Brett and stuff, it was like similar deal, and just like people just were always coming up with new shit to try and break this one level. Like that's all you could do all day, and but that game was super fun.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
that's why I bought it. It was good
because of the nostalgia. I bought it because of that. I was like, "Fuck, dude, I gotta play this game."
That's why I got all the Resident Evils. Or the 1, 2, and 3.
I wish there was a way to play like the old version, because like if you play Halo, like if you buy Halo now,
you can switch.
You could switch like to the old version. So I wish they could. I wish they did that with Tony Hawk. That'd be so much fun to play the old version.
Yeah.
I know if you tried to buy it or something, it'd probably still be like $40 or $50 for like a Nintendo 64 game.
Yeah, probably.
And you need a Nintendo 64.
Or I mean, if you do get like an emulator maybe on like a computer, but It's not the
I've
same,
had an
man.
emulator that was good enough for that shit, but by now it should probably be okay. I haven't really tried in a while either.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, by now.
I think I had one that was decent for a while for the N64. And I think that there was one like that. That one was actually starting to do the GameCube when I was doing that.
Oh shit.
So
GameCube.
that was more than like 10 years ago now too. You know what I mean? So I bet that those things like have evolved enough now that yeah, you could probably find that shit. I bet that would probably work.
Yeah.
Do you play PC games, Nick?
From time to time. So I run Linux, and so it depends on what I have on Steam, and it depends on what I have on emulators. And
So you use Steam? Like you use Steam often?
yeah, I got a Switch recently too, so I've been playing a lot of Switch games and shit. But
That's what I was going to ask you. So you know Switch. So I feel like Xbox is turning that way too. The store is turning into like, I mean, especially Nintendo, like the Switch. It's like Steam almost, right? Well, I mean, I never played.
Kinda, yeah. It's not too
but
far.
it's like you can buy games for like $2, $3, and just like play like these crazy games when it's like a
yeah.
sale.
I impulse bought that fucking what is it? Thief Simulator or whatever.
Oh, I bought that too. Yeah.
It just didn't. It was an impulse buy because it was like, oh, it's on sale for $2. I was like, oh, fuck, I got $2 here. So
Yeah.
Same here. That game makes you feel really guilty, right?
Does it? Because I've only played like 1 or 2 levels. So I haven't.
There's times when you're like breaking in, like okay, they teach you how to break in, and you're breaking in. Okay, you got to open the window this way. You're in the house, and then there's like a new, like it upgrades to like on the 3rd level. Someone's coming home when you're in the house. Like, oh, now you got to fucking figure out how to get the fuck out. And it's like, fuck, it's so stressful. I hate that shit.
Gotta run. Fuck.
Yeah, it's tough.
Is it like,
I haven't seen the show. I should play more of it.
Metal Gear or something.
It's like a first person like game where you're like
it's like first person, like you were having to like dive behind like windows so people didn't see you, and like have like crouch by and kind of
really bad.
Do some shit or whatever.
You know what's a good one for you Xbox guys, or even if you play on PC, is Flight Simulator.
I heard it's cool.
Fuck, that game is. You can fly anywhere in the world. I flew from here to Bakersfield many times. You can fly to any airport. Like there's no restrictions on like, oh, you know, like you can't take a flight from Bakersfield to San Diego. Oh no, there's no such thing. You can fly. You can land in Area 51 if you want to. It just takes the satellite images of the outside, so you can land anywhere you want.
Can you like change the weather conditions and shit?
No, you are playing actual weather. Like whenever this hurricane was going on in Louisiana, people were flying in Louisiana, and they were witnessing the hurricane firsthand. They're witnessing the hurricane firsthand. It's actual what's going on out there. So if it's nighttime and you get on, like right now, if you get on, it's nighttime, and in the morning if you get on,
that's crazy.
It doesn't. It's not going to change anything unless what you're living in actual time.
Nice.
It's crazy. You can land in
super
China,
cool. Dude.
You can land in. That's what's so great about it. Like you can go anywhere and land anywhere, and you can fast forward. Like okay, like I just.
You can skip. Yeah, like you can skip.
I'm at Edwards Air Force Base or wherever. You lift up and then like, oh, I just want to land in Paris. Like you go to Paris, right? I just want to go there now. Boom, it'll take you there. You're there. You're landing right now.
That's fun. That's a good idea. Like
I'm addicted to it. I'm fucking.
That's such a game that like I never thought would ever come back and be cool.
Right.
The flight sims. There's an audience for it for sure.
Yeah.
But like I think this one, because of Game Pass and shit.
Right.
Like so many people fucking try it.
Yeah,
you guys have Game Pass?
Yeah, I have Game Pass. Yeah.
No, not yet.
That's fucking awesome. Like that's the only reason I bought the Xbox, because I've always been a PlayStation guy.
Yeah.
And then I kept seeing all these fucking games that were coming to fucking Game Pass, and I was like,
same here.
I'm like, $10, I'll fucking do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Same here.
Okay. Yeah, I've been thinking about it. Like, so you think it's worth it?
Yeah, I do the Game Pass Ultimate. That way it's Xbox Live and Game Pass, and it's like $15 a month. And dude, like every game that Microsoft makes fucking comes straight to it, like day and date. So it's like brand new games are coming to it and you get to play it.
And Bethesda made a deal with Xbox recently. So any Bethesda games on there, it's like any Elder Scrolls is on there. I don't think Oblivion's on there, but I know Skyrim's on there. Morrowind's on there, which is crazy because that game is like I've never played it.
Games are on there.
It's crazy.
Yeah, Morrowind is one of those ones where that was I've put so many hours into that fucking stupid game.
Really?
Never played the actual story. Like I've only done like maybe half the story or something. Like
I remember talking about that. I think you told me about
tracked all the time. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make this character. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do the story, and then I always get sidetracked with some stupid bullshit because there's so much shit going on in that game.
That's a game I have downloaded, but it's so old. I don't know how how much I'll be in.
You will enjoy it if you can see past that kind of bullshit, because the world itself is really interesting. There's a lot of shit going on there, but
Okay.
you'll find some shit where you're like, oh, that's kind of cheesy, and oh, that's kind of stupid, or whatever.
But don't
Right.
they have
these kind of things where, like, in the moment when it first came out, it was one of these things where, like, I really wished it were multiplayer, because it would have been really fucking badass to be able to like jump in with some people and like fucking do some shit like that or whatever. But yeah, it's
Play Fallout 76, and then you can run
Yeah.
around in the wasteland.
I play
with
that.
people.
I play
Or
that. That
they
game.
have that online
oh,
now. They have the what's it called? Elder Scrolls Online.
Elder Scrolls
yeah.
Online.
Yeah.
So like, I think Nick taught me on Morrowind to do on Oblivion, which was like to hide shit in trash cans or something like that, or like be able to like
yeah, just randomly stash it and just fucking stuff.
stash like a million things in a trash can. Yeah.
Tim, you play Fallout 76?
I was really good at
I
stealing
haven't.
shit from people,
Oh, okay.
and then I would sell it to the shop next door, and things like that or whatever. I was like,
I tried to get into a Fallout game, like Fallout 3. I put like 20 something hours in, then I just got to the point where like, I don't want to fucking do this anymore.
yeah,
I do not want to walk
Yeah.
all the way across the fucking map to fucking do
That's,
some
that's
shit.
exactly why I've never finished that story, because I'm like, oh, I've done all these things and I've done all this shit or whatever. And it's like, there's nothing the story can provide me now because I'm a god over here, basically.
Right.
I'm a
Right.
god.
Yeah, that shit. Fallout 3 was I thought that was a really good game. Fallout 4 was also a really good game, but I ran into that same thing with Fallout 4. That was like, I beat Fallout 3 because I think it was really old by the time I played it, and it was really easy to play through the storyline and just fucking build up and be like, oh fuck, I got this or whatever. And then Fallout, I did the same thing with Skyrim, where it's like I stopped playing both of those because I kept doing so many side missions. I got burnt out, you know.
I've
Yeah.
never
It was just
beat
like,
Skyrim. Yeah, I've never beat Skyrim. I've just done random shit. I don't even know what the story is.
Hannah's
I
on
wanna
her
play
like
Skyrim
fucking
and
fourth or
Oblivion.
fifth playthrough
I
of
would not-
Skyrim.
dang.
Yeah, she fucking loves that game. That's like the only game she plays.
This guy today was literally just telling me about Skyrim, and it was like saying like you can build your armor up to the highest level, where basically if you punch anybody, it's like you could just like go punch dragons the whole time and just
Oh,
like
shit.
win everything.
That's
you know, It's like,
crazy.
oh,
I remember fighting a dragon when I was like level 2, and I couldn't. I was like, I'm gonna beat this dragon. I couldn't fucking do it. It kept killing me over and over again. I kept going back. I couldn't imagine just punching a dragon, just being not.
Yeah, you get that armor that's like the it sounded like the Oblivion armor. It was like Daedric or something or whatever the fuck they called it.
yeah, the Daedric stuff was a lot of the stuff that was in Morrowind. It was the stuff that gods had.
Oh, okay.
That you would get like this armor from the gods, and it would be that shit or whatever. So
Yeah.
they were
Apparently,
they were
yeah.
like demons, effectively. You could basically look at it as like getting demon armor.
Yeah. And you just go and stomp. Like when I played Oblivion, it was like, yeah, like I had all the guilds leveled up to the point of like where if you just ducked, no one saw you ever.
That's how I was with my stealth. They did all that kind of shit, and then I
Yeah.
would like stack it with like rings of invisibility and bullshit and whatever. So like even if when it was hard to be like, oh,
Whoops.
boom.
Yeah.
That was how it, like I was saying, like I was stealing shit from shops and selling it next door because you couldn't sell it right back at the shop owner, because I was trying that first. Right.
Right.
They were like, hey, wait, this is my stuff. What the fuck?
You just go, whoop, and you duck
So
again.
you go next door and they're like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
Did you guys ever get into like Dark Souls or anything like that?
No.
I feel like I
playing
would
that.
really enjoy that shit. I haven't
I-
played
I'm-
it, but I think I would
I
like
could see that. Yeah.
I
No.
beat my first one, fucking Demon Souls, the PS5 one that came
Nice.
out. I was like, I'm gonna fucking dive into this shit and I'm gonna give it a go. And I fucking beat it. And now I'm like, it's hard to play other games right now. I have to play these like punishing, ridiculously hard games, and I just fucking power through them.
You've been beat into submission, basically.
Wow. I've never played.
I've been designing a
Demon
game
Souls.
recently, and like I've been thinking about things like this, like how to balance that kind of difficulty with other shit, because I've been playing other games too that are kind of like that, where it's like, okay, you have to actually have a lot of player skill for this shit, otherwise you can't really do it, and that is, it's like old school fucking like 2D like fucking shit or whatever. Like you have to like, oh, you got 3 lives, motherfucker. Get through this whole game. and that kind of shit gets pretty hard, but eventually
Like
you can
fucking
be like,
Hades or
oh, I gotta jump here and dodge this damage, and then I can attack or whatever. Like, so you have to like learn the game itself.
Mhm.
And I think that is an interesting dynamic in itself. And I feel like a lot of games have kind of like leaned into that shit. But I feel like they're also really unforgiving with that shit. Like you fuck that up, like you were just fucked.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I think that's the Dark Souls influence to that stuff. Because from what I understand, it's like basically like you're pretty fucked if you do the wrong
my favorite
thing.
parts of those games is it's like, okay, I'm starting at the beginning here. I have no idea what's in front of me. And then, oh, you get a little bit and then some dude kills you. And then you go and you just the slowly learning of the game. And then all of a sudden you beat this guy and like there's a new area that you're kind of exploring and learning. And
exactly. Have you guys ever played games like Super Meat Boy or anything like that?
Oh my God. Yeah.
It's similar kind of shit, but the Dark Souls is like the 3D version of that. And at least in my mind, right? Like, so Super Meat Boy is like, fuck, okay, I learn the shit, gotta do these things or whatever. But Dark Souls is like, yeah, gotta do the shit, gotta do it perfect. I gotta do it every fucking time. And I'm gonna get really fucking good at the shit. Otherwise, I'm gonna die every fucking time.
And then it shows you how many times you fucked up.
Yeah. Dude, and I've been playing it because of Tim's suggestion, Hades. Like I'm actually really enjoying the fuck out of that game too. But every time I walk by my pool and my fucking room there, and
dope.
I'm like,
you guys play Hades? That's dope.
What's that?
That's dope. I didn't know you guys played Hades. I have it. I never
Hades
played.
Badass. Yeah. Tim suggested it. It's been one of the good. Like, yeah, how do I kill time in games? Like, fuck, dude, that's a good one.
I was like, oh, let me go on a run real quick.
Maybe I'll escape this time.
Minutes or something.
Maybe, yeah.
It's on Game Pass, right?
Yeah, it's on Game Pass too.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the reason I got into that game is I actually watched a documentary on it and shit. And I was like, okay, I think I need to buy this game. And then I bought it and fucking got sucked into it.
Dude, yeah, no, that's good. It's good. And I think like I was telling you, the biggest thing I noticed was that it's like I got unlockables for your unlockables and shit, right? So like you've got things where it's like you unlock stuff and then you unlock stuff within that thing that you unlock.
And they're like, oh, guess what? Since you unlock this, with the next thing you unlock, it's a
exactly.
duel.
So it's like it's like this constant progression. You're constantly like gaining stuff, and so you constantly feel like you're like doing something good, even though it's basically the same game and you're kind of just repeating your shit. But it's really well done in that the story like fucking ties it all together. And like so every time that I go and I do all that shit and I fucking die,
go back home and
I land back with more story. I'm like, fuck, dude, yeah, this is cool. This is yeah. It's really good.
That's like the difference between like the old school games we used to play as kids versus like Dark Souls or Super Meat Boy, where you get, although I don't know about Dark Souls, I haven't played it that much, I guess, or no, I haven't played that at all. I'm assuming you don't have to restart at the beginning every fucking time after like 3 lives.
It's a save point, checkpoint thing, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Bonfires? Yeah, like there's bonfires you can get to, but if you die before that bonfire, your currency is like souls, and if that enemy kills you, you have to start back at the beginning of that stage, and you have to try to get back to get your stuff. But if you die again before you get your stuff, that shit's gone. And
that's
then
brutal.
Yeah, so it's like a combination of like the old school like EverQuest, like the MMO RPG, like you have to recover your corpse bullshit. Mm-hmm. It's part of that in a single player game. It's really hard on in general.
There was do you guys remember Rhaegar on the NES?
I watched a speed run of that recently.
Really?
Yeah.
That was a great game. I thought that was a great game. But like, if you died on the boss, like you could, like I remember playing all the way and just doing fine, and then you get to the very last boss, and the boss is pretty hard. And if you fucking die, it starts you outside the room where you have to go into the boss level, and you can't go back, but you get none of your shit that you had before that. So then you have to fight the boss with nothing.
There was a ton of shit like that. So I remember Mega Man games were being like that shit too. Like you could go and you could get your power-ups and you do all your shit. You'd fight your boss and then you'd spawn right in front of the boss room again. And you wouldn't have any of the shit that you expected to have some of the time.
That you like planned on having to beat him and all that shit because you played it a million times already, kind of shit. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, it was brutal. Yeah. But yeah, I didn't play Dark Souls, but that always sounded pretty interesting, honestly. It's just
I think I would really enjoy that shit. I think that would be right up my alley, actually.
Yeah.
Hard like fucking Dark Souls, fucking Bloodborne. That one's fucking cool too.
Bloodborne. Yeah, that one looked really cool. I think but that
Tim,
one's supposed to be really hard too.
Tim, have you ever played Dark Souls?
I just got Dark Souls recently. I only played a couple minutes of it.
I played Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3 fucking sucks, bro. I mean, when it comes to like, I couldn't beat the first boss. Like the first three minutes, I was like so fucking upset. Like, what the fuck am I doing, dude? Like, what am I doing wrong? But like you said, you learn it and you keep going. But it was at a point where it was so exhausting, I gave up on it.
Dude, it's one of those things, those games, like the way they're designed is they're like, hey, for all the new players, we're going to kick your teeth in. If you're still here afterwards, you know, cool. If
But
not,
Demon
get
Souls,
the fuck out.
How'd you deal with that shit? Hey, you like it? Oh.
Is Demon Souls the same publisher? Like, is it the same people?
Yeah, it was their first game.
Souls?
It was their first game like that. They came out with Demon Souls. It was a PlayStation exclusive, but PlayStation they thought that it wasn't going to go anywhere, and then all of a sudden it became like huge, and then they came out with Dark Souls after that, and then that game blew up.
So what's the one you're playing on PS5? You just said
Demon Souls. They just remade it. Another company remade it, and it looks it's fucking one of the best looking games I've ever seen.
I understand. Okay, I didn't understand. Okay, I didn't get that. That's what I was wondering, because there's a game, it's a Nintendo game called Shovel Knight. You played that game?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I haven't played
it.
it.
Watched the thing about that today,
which is very, which is basically, I played that first, and that's based off of, they made that because of Dark Souls, because it was
Really?
it's like an 8-bit, 16-bit version of Dark Souls, where it's the same.
So you guys might all appreciate this actually. So on YouTube, there's a series of the Game Maker's Toolkit. And if you haven't looked into any of that shit at all, it's some British guy who's basically like analyzing games and kind of like throwing out like a little bit of like a video essay of what the fuck is going on. But the one that I literally, like right before this whole call, I literally just watched this one about that game. And they were talking about the 4 different characters that they had introduced over time and how they had
Shovel Knight?
Yeah. So they started with Shovel Knight, and he like had these bounce mechanics, and he had all this kind of shit or whatever. And then they were like, hey, so we want to put another character into this thing. And so we have to put, and their whole idea was that they wanted to put it to the same levels. So they wanted to have somebody that could traverse that same stuff, but they wanted to make you feel more powerful. But they also wanted to up the difficulty of it. And the way that they did that was in the control scheme of the character, not the levels. They made the levels exactly the same, or at least close to exactly the same. And then they had a character that was basically able to blow through that shit. And then I haven't played the game, so I don't really know really what the deal is there. But Shovel Knight was apparently the first character, and then Plague Knight was the one I'm talking about now, where he like throws bombs and shit, and he can like double jump and do various things. That's kind of similar to like the movement that can happen with Shovel Knight, but Shovel Knight does it in a very, very dramatically different way.
Right. Okay.
And then they introduced this other character that was kind of more like ninja-like, and he was like some other ninja knight kind of fucking dude or whatever, but he could like run up walls and he could do stuff. And then they kind of went at that point, it's like, okay, this guy plays so differently that we actually had to make different levels based on the same art, based on the same stuff and the themes and these kind of things, but they had to like put different stuff in it. And then
that shit was all free too.
What's that?
I said that shit was all free, like free DLC, like all the characters.
Nice. Oh, yeah, nice. Good, right on. Because there was that 4th character too, or whatever. But yeah, like so, there's another game. I think I was telling you, Tim. It was Dragon Marked for Death. Like I had to like, there's like 2 characters in one version of the game, and I had to like buy the DLC that had the other 2 characters, and then I had to like unlock a few things to like get some of the other shit. And in order to do that, I had to get more DLC. And so it's kind of bullshit. Like over the long run of it all, I only paid about $60. So it's about the same as any other game, but it just felt cheesy and stupid because I'm like, I only get 2 of my characters unless I fucking, I gotta buy this now. It's like, shit. Had a lot of those kind of things, but the whole game itself, I feel like, is kind of a lot of these like 2D style kind of thing. I guess that team in particular, they made a whole bunch of like the Mega Man stuff. And so a lot of this stuff plays a lot like Mega Man. Like it's like a 2D side scroller kind of thing. You're like shooting stuff, and you're like slashing stuff, and you're doing all sorts of things like that or whatever. But all of your moves are very deliberate and very. It's like Dark Souls in that, like, if you get hit, you're gonna basically lose like 2/3 of your health bar, right? So you get like 2 hits maybe, or things like that. Like you can like heal a little bit and shit like that, but you really have to like learn the game in terms of like, this is what this AI does, and this is how I have to fight with AI, and you have to be, as a player, good at it, rather than my character is amazing and can just take all this damage or whatever. Like you have to like literally like go, oh, here's how I do it the right way.
Yeah, which is fun.
And
but
I appreciate a lot
that's-
of that kind of
and
shit.
that's why I like Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight was fun. It was a fun
Yeah,
game. And but I
for sure.
I played it, and but I would die, and it's the same thing where you die, you lose your coins, and you have to go back and get them. If you die before you get your coins,
But
you lose them.
as
all.
you learn that shit,
And that's
though,
why I beat
fuck yeah,
I beat that
dude.
game, and I was like, this is a fun game. It was really fun. But that's what
Here's
someone was telling
another
me
one for you.
that's Dark Souls. So I was like, okay, so I would like I think I would like Dark Souls. So I played Dark Souls 3, and that game killed me. I couldn't do it. But Tim has good fucking taste in games. He's always had good taste in games.
I agree. I'll say this.
So if he
Most-
says Demon Souls is good, I'm gonna have to check that out because I
dude,
remember
most of the shit that I've checked out that this guy has
Right.
recommended, I've been very happy with it. I will
Back
say
in the
that
day,
just-
we
I was about to recommend another one to you too, called if you like Shovel Knight and shit. There's a game called Blasphemous.
Yeah, he recommended that to me not that long ago.
What's that
and I
on?
haven't bought that one, but I was like, dude, I could totally see myself buying this shit because I get it. Like,
What do you
fucking
play that
totally
on?
get it.
on
I
Switch?
got it on PS4, but it's on Switch. It's on.
Yeah, I
PS4.
would
Okay.
have got it on the Switch myself.
Because I remember Tim, you recommended back in the day when it just came out, Batman Arkham.
Oh,
Asylum.
dude, yes,
Arkham
Fucking
Asylum.
fucking-
yes, I've seen a
recommended it,
bunch
and
of
I was
stuff
like,
about
I
that
really like
lately.
Batman games,
after the
but
fact too.
Oh, that
Yeah.
game was fucking good. That game is better than
Dude.
the rest. I mean, like they did
For
Arkham
sure,
City and Arkham Knight. Those are games are
Yeah.
good, but the Arkham
Yeah.
is like a more
Dude.
compact.
It's almost like you have good taste.
Experience.
It's weird.
Right.
Dude, I played through that game probably like once a year, dude. Like, cause I bought the collection that came out, and so it has like
Yeah,
it has
me
the
too.
first two bundled up,
Yeah.
and then Arkham Knight, and I'll play through the first two like every year almost.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because that game is fun. Really fun.
Nice, dude.
And
Yeah.
I remember you're the first person to tell me about it. And I'm like, I don't know about Batman game.
Yeah,
but that game
I've
is
seen a
so
lot of
fun.
shit about it lately too. Same dude, the game makers fucking thing or whatever. But I always think about the conversations that we had about that shit because, like, even if you don't remember that shit, I remember talking to you about how cool that stuff was, and I was like, oh, I get what you're talking about now, dude. This guy fucking like laid it out, and I was like, fuck, dude, that's what Tim was telling me about. Fuck.
Hell yeah, man.
I've seen a lot of that shit, dude. It's been pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Well, my thing is, I'm fucking a big old video game nerd, dude, and I'm in my van all the time for work, and
That's
everywhere I'm
fine.
driving, I'm listening to fucking podcasts, like
Yeah.
all the time. I listen to video
Yeah.
game podcasts. So
Well, like
Dude, you go right
IGN,
on.
I think one of my
IGN podcasts.
the there's a couple, like there's a PlayStation one fucking podcast Beyond that I listen to, and then a couple other, like this fucking group called Kind of Funny. They do like fucking a bunch of video game shit that I watch all the time.
Nice.
the one that like Tim got me on a long time ago was Manhunt back in the day.
Oh, that game is. I played that game. That game is so fun.
That game
fucked
is
up, but it's fun.
so fucked
That's a
up.
fun
It's
game.
so good.
That's a fun. Hey, I wish I can. Hey, is that game still like? It's not out there, huh? Like
I think it's just on PS2.
Yeah,
You might be able to get
buy
that
the
on
original
PS2.
version. That's
We could
crazy.
probably find it, but yeah.
They made a part 2. I never played that one, but the first one's fun.
The second one was good too.
I never played the second one, but the first one was so much fun. That's a crazy game. I can't believe they made that game. That's a
Right?
wild concept game.
Yeah, they
They're
got a bunch of shit for it.
I was
too.
like throwing heads and shit. Like, hey,
Yeah.
you know?
It's like, oh, one of the first guys you kill, you pick a bag up off the ground and fucking choke him with it.
Yeah, you
Just suffocate him.
Yeah, you just. Oh my god, that game was. I forgot about that game. Holy,
It's so good, and you're trying to survive this fucking,
It's
like, kinda
reality
like
shit.
yeah, kind of like Running Man, or kind of like one of those dystopian
Yeah.
future games. You're just like throwing it, yeah.
Oh my god, what a.
And it
fun
was like
game.
I always thought that was funny because like Nintendo had that game, and I was just like, really, Nintendo?
On what?
I know,
Okay.
right? Yeah.
On what?
Dude,
64?
I'm still blown away that
Uh,
Nintendo has like Mortal Kombat 11
Wii.
and shit like that or whatever. Like, it's like
No
like-
way. I'm gonna buy
Right?
the Wii.
Because like I remember like yeah,
Just because you said that.
Super Nintendo. I remember like when Mortal Kombat came out, they had to change the blood color and all that shit.
had to
Yeah,
have the blood cheat code. Which
I had-
Here's
is
the
not
funny
that
thing though.
good.
I thought the
Yeah.
Super Nintendo version of Mortal Kombat was better.
So much
It
better.
It was.
didn't have the
But
blood.
it didn't have the blood.
But
It
why?
didn't-
Why was
yeah.
it better?
It didn't have. Yeah, it was not.
I felt like the graphics looked better on it.
Oh,
than,
yeah.
than-
Yeah.
There was a lot of stuff that I felt that played better too. Like it just
Yeah.
felt better in
Yeah,
general.
that used to make me mad like when I was a kid because like the Genesis version was like bloody and you got the shit. And then I remember one of my sister's friends being like, nah, it's way better on Nintendo. I was like, whatever, you can't do any of that shit. But like,
Right,
yeah, the
right.
game
Unfortunately,
itself was
yeah.
better.
Just
Yeah.
feels
I
better,
would be
yeah.
called a pussy so many times for having a Super Nintendo.
Dude.
Like you don't have
Dude.
a Sega Genesis? You're a pussy. I'm like
Hey,
Sega Genesis.
My
Like for the
phone's
older
probably
kids.
gonna die again, so if I disappear, that's what happened, and I'll probably just call it a night. So
We're-
I'm at, like,
we're
I
gonna take
gotta
offense to
probably
it,
get out of
so
here
F
too
you.
soon. I gotta get out of here soon too because my kid's about to come back. So
Yeah.
we should probably wrap this up if it's possible.
Yeah, that sounds
Oh,
good.
no worries, man. Yeah, dude. Hey, thanks
was
for
fucking
pulling
awesome.
all this together, dude. It's good shit.
Thank
dude.
you for
Yeah.
thank you all of you for showing up, man. I mean, this is
Yeah.
pretty. This was fun. Hopefully we do it again. Hopefully it's not 10 more years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, seriously.
Because
No, I'm down. I was
real.
saying that the other day when I was playing poker and shit. That like, man, I need to do. I don't do anything anymore. Like even having conversations like this is fucking cool.
Well, one of the
Yeah.
things I
We should.
don't know if I made it clear is I run a podcast now. It's called the Joey Licea podcast. It's a small time thing, and it's you can find it on Spotify and on Apple Podcast. Anywhere you find podcasts, you can find it. The Joey Licea podcast, the Joey Licea 4 words. And I would like to put this on there if you guys, with your guys' permission. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that's cool. I
edit
don't
it
think I said
down.
anything
I
terrible.
assume that was going to be the case as far as I'm
Right.
concerned. You can go
And some
ahead
of you may, and I know Alex probably, because we've done it before, and
Yeah.
his is out. So my thing is, and I would like to just cut it down to like a reasonable size and then put it out. If it's possible, maybe we could do more with solos with you guys.
trim
Yeah,
it however
yeah.
you want. Do whatever kind of shit that you want to do. Is like fucking coordinate.
Just
yeah.
Put put that name in that Facebook group. That way I can fucking check it out. Check out
Yeah,
some of
that's a
your
good
shit.
idea.
For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it for sure. And then I'll send you a link or whatever. And then yeah.
We should probably just keep that Facebook group going. Like even if we don't put a bunch of shit into it, but every now and then things like this, right? So like if
Yeah.
Alex is gonna fucking talk to you, maybe I want to watch, dude. Fucking let me know.
there's one up. There's one up that I'm gonna it's coming
Weirdo.
out. I'm gonna put out our episode. It's like I'm still, please excuse, like I'm learning how to do audio still. I'm learning how to do video.
Hey,
So
by
like,
the way,
the one with Alex is like really bad audio, but I mean,
if you
it's
have any
fun.
questions about any of that shit, you want to know how to do any of that kind of shit, dude, I do a lot of that kind of thing.
Okay, great. That's
So
great.
feel
Man, I
free
can send you
to-
some links to some people that do podcasts that I listen to, and they have a couple episodes where they talk about fucking podcasting and audio and the equipment they use and fucking how they get the quality and everything. So,
Dude,
hey,
I
Okay.
can tell you how I do the recording quality for like any of the music that we do and all that kind of shit. And realistically, it's identical to what you do whenever you're podcasting. It's just that you're doing it live.
Yeah, if you need me to Google anything for you, I can do that.
We at least got-
but
we-
maybe-
Hey, if you
maybe-
ever need someone for some bukkake,
Chicken
Gotcha, you're the
bukkake.
guy. But maybe
the best. Yeah.
something we'll talk about later. Maybe I can use like because I'm looking for music to make for it to put into like intro and like outro for
I
the
was thinking
podcast.
about doing some shit like that too. Dude,
Yeah.
feel free to talk to me about some of that stuff.
So, like,
because
if I can
I've
use
got
maybe
enough
one
of
of
a
our
recording
songs,
studio. Yeah, I've got enough of a
that'd be
recording
great.
studio that we can figure that shit out. I think so even if you have like an idea and you want to put it together, we can probably figure out how to do that.
That'd be awesome. I appreciate
Yeah,
it. Great.
I'd be down to help you with that shit.
Do you edit these when you're done?
Definitely.
Can you take out Nick and Tim for me? It's just,
man, that'll make the conversation super weird. It's like
They're
what
the
fuck
best
is
part.
this
I'll just be like,
They're the
it's like a
best part,
5-minute
Alex. Come on, man.
podcast.
No, I'm just kidding.
Like,
10
oh,
minutes
Alex is
silence.
sleeping with the fucking Domino's guy and getting fucking chicken bukkake.
Bro, and I'm gonna emphasize that part in the video, bro. That guy walked by. That guy walked out with the pizzas in his hand. Like 3 pizzas in his hand. He looked like a fucking delivery. He had a hat on and everything. He looked like a fucking delivery guy walking through your house. I was like, what the
hell?
He like knows him or some shit.
Almost
it's like I know that guy. Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
All right,
dude.
guys. All right, guys. This was awesome. I appreciate you guys' input. This is great. I
Yeah, it was
appreciate
fun.
Thank you.
Man.
Take care.
All right.
All right, man.
See you guys.
Bye.
Later.
Later.